If you've watched my relocation story, then you know that this scholarship is what made my move to Italy possible. And as a beneficiary of the scholarship, today I'll be breaking down everything you need to know about Padova Excellence Scholarship, from who can apply, how to apply, and how I got mine. And one thing about me is that I don't gatekeep. So if you're passionate about studying abroad, take a seat in the front row. Hello Fine Girl Nation, and welcome back to the Fine Girl Abroad, your go-to space for study abroad tips, life abroad, relocation tips. And if you are new here, do not forget to hit the subscribe button, because we are all about making your study abroad dream happens without stress or agent. And before I forget, I am not a visa or immigration agent. Everything I share across all my social media pages are based on my personal experience and experience of others. So what is Padova Excellence Scholarship? It's a fully funded scholarship offered to high-achieving international students who want to study either bachelor's degree or master's degree that are purely taught in English. And when I say fully funded, I mean your tuition is completely waived and you get a living allowance of 8,000 euros every year, which is renewable for 2 years for master's degree and 3 years for your bachelor's degree. And it is awarded to roughly 50 to 62 international students every year, and that's a big deal. Now let's talk about who can actually apply. For you to be eligible, you must not be an Italian citizen or resident as at the time of application, which means that if you're an international student as at the time you're applying and you are currently residing in Italy, you are not eligible for this scholarship. Also, you must apply to a degree program completely taught in English. Then you need a strong academic background, basically good grades and a convincing motivation letter. And you must not have been enrolled to any Italian university before. But one sweet thing about this scholarship is that there is no separate application for it. You just need to apply for the admission, and once you apply for the admission, everybody will actually be considered for this scholarship. But that doesn't mean everybody that is considered will actually be awarded this scholarship. It is only students with highest academic achievement that will be awarded, and I will explain that to you now. From my own personal experience, it is based on how strong or competitive the CGPA of other applicants that are applying to the same course with you. And here is what I mean by that. Let's assume you and I are applying to marine biology at University of Padua. I have a CGPA of 4.59 and you have a CGPA of 4.78. As at the time of submitting application, if you happen to be the one with the highest academic CGPA at that time, so you'll be the one to be awarded the scholarship. So basically, I tell people it's not about I have first class or I have second class. There are a lot of 2-1 that have been awarded the scholarship. Personally, I am not a first class holder and I got the scholarship. Unless I forget, the scholarship is majorly considered and reserved for people that apply during the first call, which means that Padova has 2 calls for admission. We have the first call for admission, which will open in November and close in February, and the second call for admission, which will open in March and runs through May. I think, yeah, May. So if you are passionate about this scholarship, I strongly advise you to actually apply during first call so that you can be considered for this scholarship, because it is majorly reserved for people in first call, but only exceptional applications in second call, which I have not seen, but I am not saying it's not possible, that will be considered for the scholarship if you apply for second call. So just make sure that if you are passionate about this scholarship, apply during the first call, which will open in November. So let me tell you my story in short so that you can understand the timeline. I applied for admission in November, and within 24 hours, I got an email that my application passed first evaluation stage. Then after 5 weeks, I received my admission offer from University of Padova. Then I had to wait till March for the scholarship list to be out, which eventually came out, I think, around mid of March. So if you have the intention of applying this year, mark your calendar. Applications opened around November. Then the scholarship results will be released around March or April, depending on them, but it should be around that timeline. So in recap, the scholarship covers full tuition waiver, which means that you pay nothing for the program except your admission fee, which is around 180 to 202 or 210 euros at max. Then you get 8,000 euros living allowance per academic year, which is paid on 2 installments, renewable for 2 years for your master's degree and 3 years for bachelor's degree. Plus, you get access to support, student events and services that actually make settling in easier. Just know that to keep your scholarship every year, you need to pass your exam and maintain certain credits every year. So you need to be consistent. But it's not that hard to do. It's not something that you have to have grade A if you are not passionate about having A grade. No, as long as you hit the pass mark, and the pass mark in Italy is 18 out of 30. If you are okay with that, then you can and you've passed certain credits, then the scholarship is easy to renew. Now let's talk about the strategy, because I really want you to get it too. 1. Apply early. The earlier you apply, the better chances you get. Then take your motivation letter serious. Don't just say, I want to study in Italy, or I am from a poor background. That's why, no, don't even write anything like, oh, please consider me for the scholarship. No, share your why, your passion, your goals. Why should you even be offered admission in the first place? what's your skills, what's your experience, and how does it align with the degree that you are pursuing at University of Padua, and what do you intend to actually do with the degree. Then let's not forget that you need strong academic records. Yes, your grades speak for you. Then make sure your documents are clean and professional. Make sure that all your scans are very readable. Then another thing I would love to add for you is that make sure that your CV and your motivation letter are in Europass format. Very, very important. Not compulsory, but necessary. And last but not the least, be patient. I know the waiting time is tough, but you have to trust the process and keep your faith alive. And please avoid using agents that charge ridiculous amounts of money. You can even do it yourself with right information and guidance. So that's basically everything about Padova Excellence Scholarship, what you need to know, who can apply, and how I got mine. So if you found this video helpful, give this a thumb up, drop a comment, and don't forget to subscribe. And let me know if you would love me to drop a detailed video or step-by-step guide on how to apply to University of Padua when the application opened this November. And if you need help with your application, your motivation letter, your CV, you can send me an email. I'll be more than willing to help. Arika is signing out, but do not forget to stay soft, stay glowing, and keep chasing your abroad dreams because they are very valid. Bye, besties.